one big thing when entrepreneurs starting out, the price thing. So how do you, or how, what advice are you giving to entrepreneurs how to measure the perfect price for their product or service? So they have a lot of doubts about it, and they are not sure. So what advice would you give them?
Yeah, it's a great question because I know that feeling when you first start out in your business. You're sort of like, hey, I'm just going to lowball it because I don't know. I'm not, I don't really have this authority and experience and all these things. So we generally like, and this happens for years. Like it's not even something that just like, oh, okay, the first month of my business or first 6 months of my business, I'm going to have this type of thought process and just lower my price and hopefully get some customers going. And then, I think in general, even if you know that you are providing a high value solution, that's a good place to start. Like you can, reduce your price maybe 15-20% than where the market's at to kind of get things flowing and get some customers in. But really, what you'd want to do is use that opportunity. Like, hey, and this is what I do with even when I'm consulting and helping with my business acceleration coaching clients.
Mm.
Is it's like, hey, a lot of them they need to add a new service or a new product offering to their total offer. And in many cases, like it's a great place to learn when you can put out an offer to your existing email list or even in Facebook or whatever channel works best for you to say, yeah, I just launched this new program. I've got this, and this value, and I've got, these are things that are even better than the competitors, but I'm also going to give you this killer offer because I want, you're going to be like my beta team, right? My beta users, my beta customers, and I want to make sure that you're getting grandfathered into my ridiculously no-brainer price to do that. And it's kind of a learning experience for you and your team to make sure that you work out all the kinks in what you're trying to launch, right? And sometimes if we're just sort of starting with the whole friends and family style where, hey, I know some people that could probably use my products or services, I'm going to give them a deal because I want to just kind of get the ball rolling and get some momentum, right? So I'm always about trying to get the flywheel moving. We just want to get the wheel turning, and if we can get the wheel turning, then things in motion tend to stay in motion, right? So we can get that wheel turning faster and faster. And what you need to do is realize that, hey, yeah, it's okay to start out thinking in terms of I'm going to come in with a lower price, even though I may have built a better offer than the rest of the market. I think that's a smart approach. But literally within weeks, if not a few months, you need to be looking at ways to even price above where the market's at because you figured out how to refine your offer and deliver more value to folks and position yourself as something other than everybody else for these various reasons, and that's why you charge a premium. So you need to switch quickly from this idea of like commoditizing yourself into how can I build a higher perceived value product or service so that I can charge a premium. Um, the other thing that I'm big on is getting paid first, right? So I know that as we start our business, we tend to be very flexible with people, but it's important that we don't put in a lot of work and then wait 30 days to get paid. Um, that's a way of basically saying that your work is not that valuable if you're willing to agree to that type of payment structure. So yeah, you can do multiple payments, but you need to get a payment right away, right?
Yes,
Before you start
starting.
lifting your finger and doing anything, you need to get a commitment from the people you're working with because otherwise you're constantly in a cash flow negative. You're constantly working and working to get the next, payment from somebody. And the last thing you want is the distraction of trying to chase somebody for a payment that you should have gotten 30 days ago. So that's another thing that I did that, I had to learn the hard lessons to realize like, no, I don't do anything now unless I get paid first.